Welcome to my Christmas premiere video. I'm going to show you a little bit of my Christmas wonderland and what I do for Christmas. I hope it's not too boring. I hope you enjoy it a little bit and, just kind of travel along with me as I prepare for Christmas. Yeah, I thought I'd do something a little different besides just diamond paint the whole time. So I've put together a montage of different clips that I think you might enjoy. And I hope that you do. I hope you enjoy it. And yeah, so hang out for a little while if you can. And the beginning of the video is all the clips of me just kind of showing you my Christmas stuff and getting ready for Christmas. And then at the end, I'll chit chat and I'll work on this painting a little bit and talk about some traditions and things we do in our family. So I hope you can hang out for a little while, you guys. Good afternoon. It is afternoon. There's no sun out. It's pretty cloudy. Let me take you on a little tour and kind of show you. This is how Christmas starts for us. So, we're getting everything out here. This is about 12 trips from the garage out here. And everything's just kind of laying around here, falling over and in disarray. It's just kind of sitting here right now. And Mr. Dipple's over here, and he's working on getting some power supplies going, and this is how it starts, folks. It's kind of a mess right now. There's my wiener dog parade over here, but doesn't look like much right now. I got these guys in my hand here, and yeah, well, this is what we do. The ducks are hanging out on the pond. Pond has ice on it. I wish they'd go out on the ice. It's really funny when they're on the ice. They make this weird noise. It's like clinkety clinkety, like glass, ice in glasses, when you clink your ice around in the glass. But I'll come back and I'll show you how this shapes up when we're done. It'll be pretty snazzy. Alright, we'll see you in a little bit. Alright, now let me take you on a little tour. Over there, Onyx gets a little snowman this year. Yeah. Got little lights along our path. Mr. Dipple's working on fixing one. Needs a stake. Then ducks are out there. Look at that one on the ice. He's like, So this guy's been around forever and ever and ever. One of the first decorations I bought when I lived at the other house with just me and the kids. He's old. Keep putting him together though, and he keeps working. So I think we'll look for a new snowman this year maybe, but that's a good memory right there. Yeah. Put bird in the tree. This is my husband's snowman here. We're looking at it from the back, but that's my husband's snowman. He had that one at his house. Brought him here. This is a newer rocking horse. I had one that was animated and like moved. Its head would move and its tail would move. His tail's moving, but that's just because of the wind. I'm going to come around the front. Whoops, as soon as I don't trip on the cords. Oh, gee, did you have to say that, really? So, here's some of the little wieners. The wieners with sweaters. They all have sweaters, what am I saying? The trees are pretty new. We got 2 trees. I'll show it to you again at night, but this is just what we just did. There's a small rocking horse. He's cute. Then we got some more wiener dogs over here. More wieners. Another big tree here. Sparty gets to stay because he gets lit up. Candy canes along the front. We're not quite done with the porch yet, but I'll come back and I'll show you at night what it looks like in the dark. It's really pretty cool. So there's what we've been doing. So here is my little counter decoration that I do. This is my one for Christmas. I love these crazy little balls. I get those at Pier 1. There's one, and here's a red one back there, and just some other fun things in there. Here's a little fuzzy snowball one. He's cute. But here's what I really want to show you. I want to show you Mr. and Mrs. Claus. The Mr. and Mrs. Claus were made by my grandma. Yeah. I've had those for a long time, and they're pretty special, and they always come and sit here on my counter, and reminds me of my grandma. Up here on the top, we have the 2 little candles, and they're a salt and pepper shaker. I've never used them as that, but those were also made by my grandma. And as you can tell, my grandma liked to do ceramics. That's a craft that I have done that, I might do again someday. Look at, that's my grandma's name. Her name was Emma. Look at, she carved her name in it. And so, yeah, those are some little things that I always put out every year at Christmas that are just special, little memories. Thought I'd share with you. Alright, so I'm outside. We have got the decorations all up. It is nighttime the next day. Thought I'd show you kind of what it looks like. All lit up at night now. It's really dusk, but you can see the lights pretty good. The wreath on the door. There's a little puppy dog on the rock up there. Yeah, it's a little dog. Yeah, I got a thing with dogs, The trees, the candy canes. The horsies. I guess I didn't realize I had 2 rocking horses, but I do. The one little wiener dog, he doesn't light up very good. You can see him. He's like right there. He doesn't light up very good. He's got a very thick, fuzzy stuff on him. He doesn't light up real well, but it's okay. Horsies. More dogs over here. They light up pretty good. So we just kind of circle around the house here. Another horse. The snowman. The bird in the tree. Another snowman. The old snowman. Been here forever. We just stick this little cardinal in the tree. He's cute. But the lights are all lit. Some of these are over. Hey, these got a little bit of sun today. The path lights are lit. That one's not. I'll have to check it out. But yeah, that's what we look like. You see the ducks? They're still out on the water. I'm gonna have to chase them in here in a second. But yeah, it just kind of circles around the house here. So the outside decorations are done, and it's time to work on the inside now. So we are in downtown Lansing, and this is the state capitol, and that is the state Christmas tree. They always find a tree somewhere in Michigan at some farm, usually up north somewhere. Biggest tree, prettiest tree they can find, and this is the state tree right in front of the capitol. Looks pretty this year. It's pretty purpley though. Yeah, it's purple. And there's a little spot over there with no branches, but it's usually pretty. And a nice star on the top, and there's the capitol. So here's the story about that capitol. I'll tell you real quick, a little family story. My grandpa painted that capitol, the dome up there you see all around the top and everything, twice. Not once, twice. He was a painter. He was asked to paint the capitol. So that's pretty cool. So that is the state Christmas tree of Michigan. Just thought I'd share that with you guys. Pretty nice. For those of you who don't get snow, Mother Nature has decided to grace us with some flurries here, just in time for me to add to my video for my Christmas Day premiere. So it's a little snowy. It's not bad. See, here's the path. It's a little covered with snow. The pond, of course, is covered with snow. You can't really tell. There's water there, just covered with snow. It's been snowing for a little while. It's not enough to really coat the ground. It's coming down in the sky right now, if you could see it in the camera. Sometimes you get a weird little fleck, and that's snow. But, yeah, it's pretty. I don't know how long it'll stick around, or if it's gonna get worse, or what it's gonna do, but just a light little dusting of snow for my Christmas video. That was nice. I'm getting some snow on my camera now, so yeah, I think I'll leave you with that. So the tree is up. My husband was really nice and put that up for me. You see, we have this huge tall ceiling and big window, and we talked about getting a larger tree at some point, but we haven't yet. So it's pre-lit and all that good stuff. And one of my traditions is I always get my dated Precious Moments ornament, because they do one a year with a date, and I always save it, here it is, to be the first ornament on the tree. So this is always the first thing I put on the tree, is my new Precious Moments ornament. I'll show her to you in a few minutes when I get her on the tree. And then down here I have all my boxes ready to go. So look at all the variety of boxes I have. It's crazy. The brown ones in the back are the oldest, and then there's these pink ones, which are newer, and then the white ones, which you just saw, that's the newest ones. They've gone to just a plain white box, but I don't know, there's 50 some there now. Yeah, so it's time to start putting these on the tree, and I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done, and then I have some other special ornaments I'll show you along the way. So this is where I put my nativity scene, and of course it's Precious Moments. Why wouldn't it be, right? And above it is a mirror. You'll get to see me, sorry. And this mirror is great for putting our Christmas cards. And so we put our Christmas cards up there in the little grates. But I have some interesting stories to tell about the nativity scene. I've had this for years and years, since my children were small and young. And my son, very rambunctious young boy, as boys are, one year was playing in our living room and tossing a ball, and he knocked over my shepherd. Knocked over my shepherd and shattered my shepherd's head. Now, the crack has been repaired. He's been pieced together. The crack is starting to show a little more over the years, but, you know, he's got a hole in the back of his head somewhere. There it is. But, you know, the value may have gone down in the piece monetarily, but the memories of what happened, you know, live on. And my son will look at that every year and just go, yep, that was me. you know. Another thing that's kind of cool about this nativity set is this goat right here. So I've had this set, like I said, for years and years since I was young. Um, and I must have been in my early 20s, and my brother got me this piece for Christmas. And it was so much fun because it was a hide and seek with clues kind of thing. I unboxed the package and it had a clue, go look here for your gift. And then I followed that clue and go look here to find your gift. And it ended up being in the piano bench eventually after about 3 or 4 different clues. So that's just a fun little memory of the goat. So it's stuff like this, the traditions, the memories, that make things special. So there's my nativity scene. Sits on the buffet over here. I clean it off, except for, well, I leave a couple things, but I've always wanted to get like the 3 wise men that could stand in the back and there's a wall, things like that. But, I haven't gotten anything new for it in years and years and years, but there it is. And I kind of like it the way it is. I'm going to take you on a little tour of the tree with just the precious moments on it, because some of these are really special. I got from, special people, or they're just special because, they mean something to me. Like this is a best friend one. I think I got that from my friend. Yeah. Um, the more current ones have more color. Gonna get some sun shining through this window here in a second, but the mini, I love the mini girl. She's so cute. And see, like some of the more current ones, like 2018 has a lot of color. I used to do some spinners on my tree and some of the ornaments would spin. Like this girl right here, she's really cute. Where is she? She's an ice skater. So I used to let her spin, but I messed up a whole entire Christmas tree doing that. So I don't change out those bulbs anymore. And this guy right here, my kids always loved this guy. He wraps himself up in the lights. They really liked him, but and then the little ice skater. He was another one that would spin, but I just don't let him spin anymore. I did. I destroyed a whole tree. I thought before I put these on the tree, I would show them to you because, it's kind of hard to see them once they're on the tree. But when we go on vacations and stuff, we always like to get a little ornament. This one's special. It's moose. It was our first Christmas together, as you can see, 2011. And then here's some more moose. We have a thing for moose, I guess. I don't know. There's some moose. That was one year. Um, the North Pole. This one's kind of special. We got that at Mackinac Island when we were there. There's another one, some penguins. This one we got at Myrtle Beach when we were at Myrtle Beach. And this one came from the Smoky Mountains. Oh, no, it didn't. Sorry, it came from Tequamanon Falls. This one over here, this isn't really one of the dated ones, but it is dated. But that one came from the Smoky Mountains. So we always try to collect fun little ornaments, put our names on them, put a year. There might be a few I'm missing, but I just wanted to show those to you before I put them up on the tree because it's just a little tradition that we have since we've been together and, we keep doing it. I'm not certain where 2019 is, though. I don't know if we have a 2019. We're going to have to fix that, aren't we? Here is another little group of fun stuff, a little collection people have gotten for me. I've bought things like that. It's my little dachshund collection. I mean, of course, why not, right? Why wouldn't I have a dachshund collection? Aren't they cute? Everyone is different. Little dachshunds. I like this guy. He's cute. Look at him. He's wearing his little Christmas sweater. Isn't he cute? And then, of course, there's this guy over here, the big guy over here. Big shiny. Isn't she cute? Oh, my goodness. So, yeah, I got a few ducks and things. But then this is what I've been looking through the box for because this is what I really want to show you. It's this little group of stuff right here. We have Santa. This is plastic canvas craft, Sorry, finger. And these boxes. Pretty cool. And then these beaded bells. These are from my grandma. My grandma made these. My grandma was always a crafter, a seamstress. Excellent, excellent seamstress my grandma was. And this is my little collection. There might be a couple more in the bottom of the box that she made, but, you know, we all got a couple things of grandma's that she made. And I always put those on the tree. I showed you some other things my grandma made earlier. And, you know, I'll keep these forever. I'll pass these down to my children at some point so they can have something from their great-grandma. And that's always a special thing to put on the tree. So thought I would share that with you. You know, my crafting comes from my grandma, really. She taught me to crochet, and I never got into the beading. I didn't do the plastic canvas, but she taught me a little embroidery and stuff like that. So thanks, Grandma. So the stockings are up. The mantle is decorated. Here's Miss Onyx's stocking. And a little ornament for her. My heart will never be the same. Anyhow, you've seen this Santa in my story videos. He's been hanging out there. I have another guy over here. He's cute. I like him. Foresty. Very forest. That stuff underneath the TV I've had since I was like 20. Came from Home Interiors. Don't even know if they're around anymore. Another Santa. I found our 2019 ornament, by the way. Let me show you that real quick. It's right here. We got it at the Great Smoky Mountains. It's hand carved by this guy that works down there in the Arts District, and it's pretty cool. Yeah, that's our 2019. We got this Santa down here. Sorry about the shadows. He's cool. He's got bells. There's an angel. And then we come around the corner. Here's my fairy girl. Gotta leave her out. The last two Santas hang out over here. There's this cute little blue one. You might get a puppy in a minute. And then there's this white guy here with the red. There's a tail. Sorry, this is by the boots. And then over here is the last guy. I've had him quite a while. He's pretty cool with his big staff and whatnot. So there's the Santas. There's the Christmas decorations. It's done. I'm ready for the holidays. Let's zoom you over real slow for one last look. The Santas, the tree, the angel's on now. She lights up. She's cool. We got little toys under the tree for the kids to play with. See my MSU Santa? My teddy bear, I mean, not a Santa. The Santas. And the fireplace. So, we're ready, guys. Now I'm going to tell you about some traditions that we have. So, I'm going to diamond paint for a minute. I'm going to talk about some of those things. Well, I hope you enjoyed the little clips I put together. It was fun to do. I mean, it took days and days to do that, of course, because it takes me days and days to decorate. But, you know, I just thought I'd show you something a little different. So yeah, now it's decorated and now it's time to, you know, enjoy the holiday season. I'm going to turn this. I know you guys are going to get weird angles, but I'm working on this part of the tree over here and I kind of need to, it's hard to see this. It really is because it's really dark and there's no, you can't put a light pad underneath it. So I'm trying to get it at an angle where I can see what I'm doing. Thought I'd work on tees because I could see them pretty good, but I don't know. This corner's just dark. It's hard to see. Anyhow, so after the tree is up and the decorating is done, I have a little bit of shopping left to do. Not much. The grandkids are all taken care of. My daughter's taken care of because she's easy. We have to get some stuff for his daughter and my son yet, and then I think we're done. We shipped everything else off to Texas for the other family, so they're good. They've already got their gifts, and now I think we can sit back and relax a little. So I don't know who sends out Christmas cards. Christmas cards used to be a big thing, and everybody would send you cards. I don't get very many cards anymore. Maybe 10 or 12 Christmas cards. But it's something that we still like to do. We still love to send out Christmas cards, you know. And that's something that I'm going to work on over the next couple of days. Now that the decorating is done, I can sit and do Christmas cards. Got some really cute Christmas cards to send to our friends and family. So, well, I'll get that done in the next day or two. Nothing has to go very far, so we'll have plenty of time to get them there. But I liked getting cards, you know. It was one of those things that was fun to hear about people. You know, some people would do the whole letter and tell you about their life and their last year in review and all that stuff. I mean, we never did that, but, you know, it's just a nice way to catch up with some of the people that you don't get to see throughout the year. You know, I have lots of friends that I don't, well, not lots. I have a few friends that I don't see very often. I mean, it could be years without seeing them, but, you know, they're still friends. And it's nice to hear from them. So, anyhow, Christmas cards is still something that we do. One of our traditions. We're planning the great baking night. Yes, so the big baking night. The baking night has changed over the years. It used to be me and my kids, right? And we would bake together. We would always have to bake some sugar cookies that we would frost and decorate and all that good stuff. And then somewhere along the line, my daughter's best friend joined us for cookie night. And she would come and she would hang out, and she got really creative with her cookies. One year she made all of the Ninja Turtles. Like, she took a gingerbread cookie cutter and turned them into Ninja Turtles. All of the Ninja Turtles. That was pretty cute. So they've had fun and got creative over the years. Well, she has since moved to Arizona. I still miss that girl. She was like one of my daughters, you know, just like one of the family. Our dogs would play together. The girls would play together. And then when they got older, of course, you know, things changed. They didn't play together, but you know what I mean. Still miss her. Love her to death. Hope to see her again soon, you know. I thought she was going to come back to Michigan for a visit. Hopefully she does. Anyhow, when she moved, now I'm remarried, and I have a stepdaughter, and I have grandchildren and kids. And now my stepdaughter has joined in on the cookie baking night. So she will come over for cookie baking and she'll bring the kids, and you know, Grandpa's here to entertain the younger ones because they're not really, at least last year, they weren't much into the decorating. The older one was, but he decorated some cookies. The younger ones really didn't. Grandpa just kept them busy, you know, spent some time with them. Grandpa has a good lap, you know, and the little girl she loves Grandpa. Well, they all do, but she likes to just sit on Grandpa's lap, and, you know, it's kind of cute. It's more than kind of cute. It's really cute. So he keeps them occupied, and we do cookies. And we've done that for a couple of years now. I'm certain she'll come over and, you know, be a part of it again, bring the kids. We haven't planned the night yet. We got to get busy, though, because, you know, it's getting close. We've only got like 9 or 10 days until Christmas. So my daughter works 2 jobs currently for the holiday season, making a little holiday money there, you know. So I really have to plan around her schedule when she's available. And now she has somebody in her life that will come over and bake with us. And that will be a new addition to our baking crew. So, yeah. And they're pretty excited about that. They're already planning, hey, what do we bake? What do we do? Yeah, when are we going to do it? They're all excited. So we'll do that soon. Hopefully next week, one night, we'll get that done. But that's always a good time. We have so much fun just baking. And so what do we bake? Okay, what do we bake? You got to know what we make. My Aunt Janet, who passed away of cancer, I don't know how many years ago now, many years now. She passed away on Thanksgiving. It was Thanksgiving morning. She died at home. And we all went to her house. We just went to their house after everything was, took food, and just my cousins and my uncle and my mom and everybody, we just hung out there for the day. Sorry, I don't mean to be sad, but it was a special time, really it was. But my Aunt Janet would always have this, not one, but two great big boxes of cookies and stuff at the holidays, Christmas mainly. Like a box she would put like shirts and clothes in to wrap them, but they were big boxes. And she would have two of them full of cookies. And sometimes she'd make candy. Like, I remember Divinity at one point that she made, and fudge. So she would have not just cookies, but, an assortment of stuff. And we always just loved all of the cookies and stuff that she made. Well, I have her recipe for Aunt Janet's. They're not called sugar cookies, I don't think. I think they're called butter cookies, but they're a sugar cookie anyhow. And that's the recipe that we use for that. One year I tried something different, and my daughter was like, where's Aunt Janet's recipe? And I was like, I thought we'd try something different. And she goes, no, next year we go back to Aunt Janet's recipe. Some things are traditions, and you just don't mess with those traditions. Apparently, Aunt Janet's butter cookies is one of them, or sugar cookies. I'll just call them sugar cookies. So we make the sugar cookies, and we've gotten pretty creative over the years and started using like bags with piping, frosting, and things like that. My daughter has the tips. She forgot them last year, though. Got to remind her to bring the tips this year. So we started getting creative, buy all the little sprinkles and different, not just sprinkles, but there's fancier stuff you can get, And the cookies have gotten, a little more elaborate. Yeah, that's a good word, elaborate. So it's fun, so much fun. So we make the sugar cookies, make a huge mess, Even my husband has been known to get in there with a knife and decorate some cookies. So it becomes just a family thing. And family changes over the years. And who is part of that family and who is included and who comes. And, but it's fun. It's a good time. We usually order like some pizza or something for dinner and just have pizza and make cookies. Now, besides the sugar cookies, with all the decorating and the frosting and everything, the other thing that I always have to make is peanut butter balls. Now, I talked about this in my live one night about peanut butter balls, and somebody was like, oh, do you mean Buckeyes? And I was like, well, yeah, some people call them Buckeyes, but here's my thought. And here's how I've always understood it, is that Buckeyes have a nut in them. Well, my peanut butter balls don't have a nut. It's just peanut butter goodness, no nut. So I don't call them Buckeyes because in my mind, Buckeyes have a nut. But what are peanut butter balls? Oh my goodness. I can almost do the recipe just from memory, but peanut butter, a lot of peanut butter, butter, and powdered sugar. Lots and lots of powdered sugar. Powdered sugar is what holds the whole gooey mixture together and makes it so yummy, scrumptious, is that powdered sugar. So we have jobs. I mean, this is for real, you know. We have assigned tasks, right? My task is I get started. I get started with the peanut butter, powdered sugar mixture, and I get it started to where it's a decent consistency. Then my daughter takes over. Then she comes in. And her job is to continually add powdered sugar to this mix as you make the balls and roll them, because they have to be just the right consistency to hold up. So she's gotten very good at that. She just grabs a clump and starts adding powdered sugar until they're just the right consistency to roll. And then while she's starting to roll them into the little balls, I start melting chocolate. I melt the chocolate, which is, it's an art in itself. I just do it in the microwave. If you have good fresh chocolate chips, because I just use chocolate chips, and we don't like semi-sweet. No, we like milk chocolate. We use milk chocolate chips. Got to melt them in the microwave slowly. Minute here, minute there. Stir, melt. One year was a disaster. I don't know. I think we had old chips or something, and they just wouldn't melt. They just kept like burning, and it was gross. No matter what I did, they just kept burning because it just wasn't working. They have to kind of, they're kind of clumpy and lumpy, the chips are at first, and then as you keep microwaving, they get softer, and you got to stir a lot. Anyhow, that one year, they just didn't turn out. We had to go get new chips. I think it was just the chips. But that's my job. I get the chocolate melted. She's rolling the peanut butter balls. And then I take the peanut butter balls, you gotta stab them with a toothpick, dunk them in the chocolate, get them coated with the chocolate really good, except you don't want to do the very center of it, you know, because you want a little bit of peanut butter to just stick out in the center. And then you see a little hole too, where you stuck the toothpick in there. You do put a little bit of wax in with your chips as you're melting them, paraffin wax. Not a lot, just a little bit. It just makes the chocolate set up when you're done. And then I put them all in the refrigerator. I got my tins that I use every year. Put them in the refrigerator and let them get nice and cold, and they firm up and everything. I actually store them in the refrigerator until I serve them because they just stay nicer. The chocolate stays firmer, and they're just so good that way. So always have to make the peanut butter balls. One year I toyed with the idea of not making peanut butter balls, and I was like, boy, did I hear it. I was like, okay. We'll make peanut butter balls. I must have been really heavily into a diet or something at that time. And I was like, I don't want to make peanut butter balls because I'll eat them. I've learned how to combat that problem though. After Christmas is over and people take goodies home, I save myself a little small dish of peanut butter balls, maybe like 12. And I allow myself to have one a day. It's my little like evening treat. I can have one peanut butter ball a day till they're gone, and I don't keep very many. So yeah, I'm pretty good about it. I've gotten pretty good. I can handle that. Most people would be like, oh, I'd eat them all. If they were in the house, I'd just eat them. But I'm pretty good about it. So anyhow, we do that. The other thing that we always make is cranberry cookies. I started making cranberry cookies because of my mom. My mom loves cranberry sauce on her turkey, with turkey, cranberry juices, and cranberry cookies. So I make a big batch of cranberry cookies every year. And she likes nuts. She likes nuts in her cookies, and I don't. So I always end up like doing half of it with the nuts and half without the nuts. So I make mine first. I make mine with no nuts, and then I add some nuts for her. And she takes a lot of those home because, it's her thing. Cranberries. Yeah. Fresh cranberries. Got to get them at certain times. Did you know you can't get cranberries at the store all the time? They're not available fresh year-round. It's a fall thing, really. Well, and towards Christmas. I mean, you can still get them at Christmas time. But try getting fresh cranberries in the summer. They're just not available. So, anyhow, those are the three... Oops, that's upside down. Those are the three main things that we make. And then we may throw in, something, I don't know, just something different, something fun. Depends on what our mood is. Depends on who's there, what suggestions they had, what they want to make, that kind of stuff. So that's the three basic things we do on cookie night. Now, as far as baking goes, I am always required, I say this like it's a sentence or something, but I'm always required to make a chocolate chip cheesecake for Christmas. So I make that like the day before Christmas, and that's just a standing tradition. And oh my goodness, it's so yummy. I mean, you have to like cheesecake, first of all. If you don't like cheesecake, you won't like it, right? But I don't like making my own crust. So I just buy the graham cracker crusts in the shell, you can buy at the store. I get those. But this recipe makes so much cheesecake that I get one graham cracker shell, and then I get, like, they have a little 6-pack of little mini ones, and it makes perfect amount for one full cheesecake and then 6 little mini ones, which is cool because then people can take home a mini one, at the end of the day on Christmas. And they do. They'll take home some cheesecake. So I use mini chocolate chips, and you put mini chocolate chips on the top so they melt in there and everything too, and it's yummy. It's not a creamy cheesecake. There's different kinds of cheesecake. There's the creamy kind that's, much softer, I guess. And then there's the firmer cheesecake. This is a firmer cheesecake, where you can slice it and make a real slice and it stands up, So that's the type of cheesecake that it is. So I always make that, a chocolate chip cheesecake. So the last few years, we always have ham at Christmas time. It's turkey at Thanksgiving, ham at Christmas. My daughter has been working for a company that gives them a ham, which is really nice. So we have a nice big ham coming for Christmas. I don't know if she's planning on cooking it at her house this year and bringing it with her, or she'll probably just give it to me. That's what she normally does, and I just make it here. So, and then here's how my Christmas day works. It used to be, when I had my kids and they were young, everything was just on Christmas. And then we'd have to travel around from grandparents to, different Christmas celebrations, whatever. But since they're grown and live on their own now, we kind of have gotten to where they come over, my kids come over earlier in the day. They come over earlier in the day, like 11, 10, it depends. And they'll come over and we'll do our Christmas gifts to each other. Open our gifts and whatnot. We don't have food at that time or anything, because then my family will come over, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. It always depends. It varies Depends on what people are doing sometimes. But they'll come over early afternoon. My mom, my dad, my sister, and her boyfriend, my niece, if she's in town, because sometimes she's in Chicago. It just depends. But, and again, there have been different family members that have come at different times. My other niece has shown up sometimes, but she has other family and she has small kids, and it just depends. My brother never comes. I mean, he used to when he lived in Michigan, but living in Texas, he's never here for Christmas, so that doesn't happen. But they all converge on my house, and then we have Christmas here. We have food. My sister brings food. I make food. Everybody brings something. We, coordinate a menu ahead of time, and everybody brings food, and we eat. And then we have started, instead of everybody buying gifts for each other, which we used to do, we used to all buy gifts, for the nieces, the nephews, everybody, whatever. But then that just got to be a lot. And we decided, one year we drew names, and that was kind of like, that was all right. But now we do like a gift exchange kind of thing. If you want to participate, you can bring a gift. If you don't want to, that's fine too. It's up to you. And then we play a game of, opening gifts and switching gifts, and, what do you end up with? Kind of a fun little game with the gifts. So that's kind of turned out to be fun. I do that with my group of work friends, my besties, my girls. We do that. We've done it in the past for a long time, where it's like it's a steal kind of thing. Oh, I like that. You open that. Now I get to take it, and you get to, take things and whatever. Well, we decided that's not as fun as it used to be anymore. Kind of gets a little almost mean, and you know what I mean? So we decided we don't want to do it like that anymore. Now there's like this dice game you can play, where you roll the dice and the gift goes one way, and you roll the dice and the gift goes another way, and then eventually it lands with somebody and whatnot. I don't know all the rules to that one yet. We've never done it before, but that's what we're doing with my girlfriends, and I'm thinking I'm going to suggest that for my family event as well. It just seems a little nicer. It's more chance. Your gift is more chance, and you're not taking something from somebody who really liked it. That just started to get a little, I don't know, it can make people feel kind of bad. We always handled it really well, and nobody got angry, of course, or anything, but it was just, it's the spirit of giving. It's not supposed to be like, ooh, I like that one, I'm going to take that. You know what I mean? So we're going to change that with my girl group. And I think I'm going to suggest that we change it with my family group as well. Once I learn how to play the game. You got to go on Pinterest. Pinterest is good for all that stuff. So I'll go on Pinterest and I'll figure out exactly how you do it. And I'm going to suggest that to my family. We have agreed that we're going to do a gift exchange. We haven't nailed down what we're going to do yet. So I think that's what we'll do. And they're pretty easygoing, laid back. They'll be like, yeah, okay, whatever. I don't care. Okay, good, great. That's what we'll do then. Ooh, these are bright. These are for these ornaments. Ooh, they're bright. Ooh. So, yeah. And then, after all that's done, everybody's tired, and everybody goes home. Take some food, take some ham, take some cookies, go home. It usually turns out to be quite a long day, actually. Now, with his kids, they're my kids too, but his biological children, they have other families. They have their mom, and then his son is married, and so they have in-laws, and so there's lots of Christmas stuff that they do, and we always schedule something with them. It's usually not on Christmas, although it has been at Christmas before. It just depends on when they're doing their festivities with other family members. It just all depends. This year is a little different because, the one family is now living in Texas, so we won't see them. I'm not certain when we're going to get together with his daughter and grandkids. I don't know if they've ironed that out yet. But it would be like we would do Christmas Eve with them. Christmas Day with my family seemed to work out pretty good. So I don't know what we're doing this year. I suppose we should figure that out here pretty quick, huh? I don't know what she's got going on. I know she always goes to her mom's in the morning. And she doesn't have any place else to go like the other family had in-laws, you know. She doesn't have that. There's no place else for her to go. Maybe she'll come over here with my family's Christmas and bring the kids. We've done that in the past. I know we've done that at least once. So that might be a possibility. I need some wax. This isn't working. Yeah, so, yeah, maybe we're going to do that. I don't know. But, you know, it's all about just getting together, having a good time, spending time with your family, you know, having fun. And that's what we do. And, you know, we work it out somehow. Those oranges are like fluorescent, you guys. Wow, they are so bright. Then, of course, there's the cleanup. You know, there's always that. I don't worry about it a whole lot. So one time of the year, I get out my real china. I do get out the real china. I have, like, nice china. I only have, like, 5 sets, but I get that out. And then I have some Christmas china. So we get the china out and make a big old table, because our table has like 2 leaves, and that thing can be like 8 feet long or something when you put all the leaves in. And we can get most people at the table. We did at Thanksgiving. We didn't have my niece and her boyfriend here, but we got everybody else could seat at the table, so we'll make it work. And I don't even know if she's coming or if she'll be in Chicago for Christmas. So I have something that I definitely need to get nailed down here pretty quick, like, because Christmas is coming very quick. I still have all my wrapping to do, but I got smart this year. I took all the gifts downstairs as I purchased them, and so they're all in the basement, and the wrapping paper is in the basement. Yeah, so I can go down there and turn on the new TV that we have down there, sit and watch some TV and wrap downstairs, and not have to carry all the wrapping and the bows and all that stuff upstairs and then back down. So that was a smart move on my part, I think. Yay me. I do things smart once in a while. I don't know. Surprise myself. So I got to do that. So get this video out there so that you guys can hopefully enjoy a little time with me and my crazy Christmas antics. And then Christmas cards and wrapping and cookie night. There's still a lot to do. It's a good thing I'm not working. I do have the week off because my mom's surgery is on Wednesday, and, you know, I have time off for that. But I still have some time on my hands that I can get things done. I'm not going to be there 24/7. So anyhow, I think that's about all I have to say. Like I said, I hope you enjoyed the stuff I showed. I hope it was at least somewhat entertaining. You know, it's a little different than a normal whip and chat. I hope I'm close to my hour time, because if not, I'm going to have to like throw something else in here. But I think I'm close. I hope you guys are enjoying this DP Christmas premiere event that Pippa has organized. Hats off to Pippa. She has done an awesome job of organizing and getting creators and keeping people on track and everything, to thumbnails and playlists, and I mean, you name it. It's a lot of work. Hats off to Pippa. Thank you so much for what you do. For everybody in our diamond painting community, you are awesome. Mallory comes up after me. So I hope that you can stop in. I mean, you know, stop in when you can. See who you can. Chat when you can. That's what this is about, you know. So I hope you enjoy it. I hope you have a wonderful holiday season. It's not just Christmas. It's a whole season of giving and love and holidays. I hope you enjoy all of that. And
spend time with loved ones, enjoy, and, you know, be in good health and happiness. I wish all the best for everybody. So thank you guys for hanging out for a minute if you're here. So until my next videos, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.